What is your cool way to farm heat rocks, Mr. Tom? Hello, everyone. I am hungover today, but we're still going live. So I gotta do these raids, and it might be interesting to watch. Probably do a hard mode fight at some point too. Let me turn this screen off. I like them on shore. I'm on my main. Which chat says found a cool way to farm heat rocks. ... Oracle question mark? Yes. We are going with Mr. Spidget's playlist today. So everyone say thank you, Spidget. Let me know if the music is appropriately loud or not. Okay. We'll probably do one 4-star first. Thank you for saying thank you, SAT professional. This. We got Thief, Imprison on Protect. So let's see. Is it Torkoal that holds them? I'm guessing. Torkoal is at least one of them. You can get Charcoals as well, which might be decent money. What level do they come at? Hordes, Fiery Path, 14 to 16, or Magma Hideout. I think you do it at Magma Hideout, 28 to 30. So you have Clear Smog and Protect. So it looks like it's an Imprison lead for Clear Smog Protect. And then Thief, so you might, and then it probably only knows a fire move. So if you get the proc, then you go Imprison and then Thief. How important is 31 IVL stats? It depends on what you're asking, Mr. OHR Gaming. Or misses. Or neither. Did I get it, Tom? Did I nail it? Are heat rocks going crazy right now? They're going crazy right now. Twisted Spoons also doing numbers at 14k pop. That is a clever way of doing it, Tom. All status changes. Do we need to imprison the Clear Smog? Is that just to guarantee that it clicks a fire button? Like for gym leaders and basic raids. For gym leaders are a bit more strict because we kind of know what they need. So like hypothetically, let's say you're talking about the Typhlosion team. You can get away with where's the Typhlosion? I have like 83 of these. There's one. This is one of my better Typhlosions. It's got 20 IVs, 31, 31. If you wanted to do just a 2 Typhlosion team, you could get away with, you really want max special attack, but 30 would be okay. It saves you a lot of money. But there are damage rolls on some of the gyms that you might want to run. So I would really recommend getting as close to 31 here. Speed, because the Typhlosion alone strat, like Typhlosion alone, the 2 Typhlosions uses Tailwind to maintain your speed. So you can get away with something as low as like 25 speed if I'm recalling correctly. So that's something that you could ignore. Then for the rest of your stats, you want to get them as much as you can afford. This is a better Typhlosion used for better gym runs where the bulk matters a bit. It's important to remember that Eruption's base power is based on your hit points. So the more defensive your Typhlosion is, the more it'll do after it gets hit, which will happen sometimes, depending on certain runs or bad RNG, that sort of thing. So gym raid runs, I would say, are a bit more strict. But then if you look at, let's say, let me pick a raid Pokemon that's a good example. This one I bred 2x31. I just wanted a good Nidoking. That's a PvP reward. This is a worse Typhlosion. So you can see its IVs are like defense and special defense HP a bit worse. And then here's a good example, like something like a Charizard, you still need hidden ability. This one's very good just because it came from a Cherish Ball, but like you can probably get away with like 28 plus in special attack and speed for raid Pokemon. Doesn't matter all that much. Reason being, you're probably hitting damage cap the vast majority of the time. Speed might come into play sometimes, but speed might be the easiest one to get rid of because you can always throw a Tailwind up. These guys are 2x31. Jinx is 2x31. Here's an example. I have a 2x28 Braviary just because it's a male only species. It's expensive to breed, so I just wanted to make one that's decent. It'll under Tailwind, it'll do a lot of damage. It's Sky Attack plus Sheer Force will do a boatload of damage, so you can get away with a lot. Just got my second Typhlosion, so this is good information. Happy to help. I've had like 8 Frisks and got 6 Heat Rocks, so the odds seem really nice to them as well. Yeah, it might be heavy on the Heat Rock, or you just got lucky for those first ones. Can I join Darkrai level 100 raid? People keep rejecting me because of my Chandelure. Not modest, but jolly. Yep, I'm not also going to take you on a 5-star raid, unfortunately, because if you Jolly reduces your special attack, and if your Chandelure doesn't do enough damage, like no one can beat the fight. So that's kind of the problem with the 5-star fight. If you don't have the right Pokemon, there's no amount of like. For other raids, I could carry people if they had something bad for 1 or 2 slots, but for the 5-star fight, like just nobody can beat it, unfortunately. If there's no amount of like waiting for the right people to help you, like you just won't be able to do it at all. How do I know if I'm hitting the damage cap? That's a good question. It depends on the difficulty level of the raid. So this is new to Halloween. It wasn't the case in Lunar New Year, but this one for 3-star raids, super effective damage cap was 7.5%. It's 6% for neutral damage. So if you did fire damage to Galvantula, let's say, it would be capped at 7.5%. If you did, I don't know, water damage, let's say, it would be capped at 6%. For 4-star raids, that cap drops to 6% and 5%. And then for 5-star raids, I believe it's 5% and 4%. But no one's really doing 4% damage on the 5-star raid because you need to do 5% almost every turn. So that's important. Yeah. But yeah, sorry, Mark. Like, you're just gonna have to get a better Chandelure, unfortunately, or just get something different. You don't necessarily need to bring Chandelure. There are other Pokemon that work in turn 3 and turn 4. So I do have a whole guide on that. How long is Darkrai cooldown? It is about 6 hours. I think I'm coming up on my 5-star. Yeah, it'll be about 2 hours. So maybe on the stream, I'll do 5-star on the ones that already have it unlocked. Tom, how many Heat Rocks is that in like a certain time period? So like, what's the hourly rate for Heat Rocks? I need to figure out, how do you beat Darkrai 4-star? Do you need Safeguard? I just did it at forward. Do you remember what you did? I don't remember how to beat that boss. Let's see. No idea. I just made an hour ago. So probably going to do some tests tomorrow. Word. Yeah, sorry again, Mark. It's just like Even if I had 3 other alts with all perfect teams, like just having a Chandelure that has a minus special attack nature would probably be a very difficult endeavor. Hopefully no 5-star tanky month in the future if Mandibuzz is anything to go by, not reaching those caps. Yeah, Mandibuzz was pretty tough to reach damage cap on. It was Safeguard first turn, then Tailwind. You safeguarded even though it was an automatic Dark Void. Turn 2 4's DPS. Dark Void goes off before you can click Safeguard. You need like Heal Bell on Heal Bell Chesto. Because you're already asleep at that point. Nasty Plot, Dark Void, invite typing. Does anyone in chat need Darkrai 4-star? I'm gonna go do it on this guy. What can learn Safeguard if... We'll do Hydreigon last. What are my fighting types? Did I mail them over? I have Medicham, Breloom, Yukon. I need Tailwind. Yeah, I'm getting things mixed up. My bad. Yeah, no worries. Probably Safeguard like turn 3-ish instead. Like Tailwind, then Safeguard turn 3, and then Tailwind turn 5 if you need it. Oh yeah, I could do Tyranitar late. So like this, and so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I have my Hitmonlee and other fighting types back on the other account. I don't really need them, or I could just Safeguard somewhere here and then have anything that knows Safeguard. Yeah, type change for sure. Tailwind. Yeah, where I do have a Whimsicott, but it doesn't know Safeguard. I think my other Whimsicott has Safeguard. All right, Whisper. Voice band. I don't need gear here. Chesto. E5 Tailwind. Okay. And also turn 1 Tailwind if we need to. Let me make sure I have that. There's my Crobat. All right, we're chilling so far. So good. It seems like no one in chat needs Darkrai 4-star, so I will be going to Trowski Discord to recruit. This is definitely the slowest part of raids. I was lucky enough to do Darkrai 4-star, only a few tries after Absol drop. The people who got there early were more competent. Yeah, definitely. The earlier that you get in, the more competent you get. There's like a little like beginner thing where like everyone needs to figure out what's going on. And then after that, you there's like a peak, and then everybody who beats it soon gets out because they're good. And then you get left with generally people that have less idea of what's going on. I'm gonna hop on my main on the other screen and Recruit in team chat. Anyone need Darkrai star? Question mark. I didn't type the question mark, I lied. How's everyone's Sunday going? Because I'm tired. Probably gonna stream for a while and then do grocery shopping late. I like going late night on Sunday to grocery shop because otherwise it's a shit show. My day went well, nice. What's up, Cav? Almost got 2 mil worth on Dream Essence so far on current prices. I sure love events. Yeah, it's easy money, baby. Sky Eats Me has done 3 5-star reruns in 30 minutes. That's cracked. What's Dream Essence at? 32k. So it's 320k per run. So that's like almost a mil in 30 minutes. It's pretty good money, if I'd say so. Are you all holding on to your Dream Essences or are you selling them immediately? I don't have any yet on this guy. I sold at first and I've been sitting on them so far, but I might. 27 completed runs. That's cracked. I should get up by that point. Yeah, I think holding might be the play. Scumgrifter, I highly recommend getting Ulster Stories. I have like 17, but I just don't have the time to do raids on all of them, unfortunately. Pretty good. I know Sharpness Band has mixed opinions to some, but has made team building easier, IMO. Wando hasn't sold anybody. Hasn't sold any yet. I want a Darkrai, but I can only use Pokemon up to level 37, so I don't think I can do raid. Yeah. If you can, you should definitely beat a story first before you start looking into ratings. Rating. Blade band sharpness ability, so I heard. Yes, that's correct. I have no opinions on the blade sharpness band because I don't really PvP that much. But a lot of more vocal members of the community were advocating for additions to the PvP meta, not subtractions, but this may be addition by subtraction, but hard to work through my alts with randoms though, becomes a drag. Yeah. I'm trying to do them a bit opportunistically. So that if like someone in my team kind of needs something and then like we can get a couple of veterans together that like have already done it, but either have an alt or somebody who wouldn't mind rerunning it, gets together, then, it goes pretty smooth, typically. 1 second, I gotta shut my window. I wonder if level cap applies in raids. I believe it does. And then if you only have one region done, or you're in one region, with that band though, got 4 raid ready Glades. True. Oh, look at that. Let's do like, oops. I'm gonna snaggle this one. Good look. Super cheap. That was probably You can use level 100 mons on raids. You can, but it's like you're limited by the level cap of what you can use usually, even though like raids scale them down. I do 1-2 runs daily on some. You should get a party together for the week left. Yeah, Scum, they're talking about doing more alts, so it's like doing the previous raids. Not, I don't think Sky necessarily has the problem of doing runs. I'm gonna burn out doing just daily raid for now. Selling candy from kids gets kind of stale. Yeah, I've only been doing the daily runs for the last couple days. So I just have to beat 8 gym leaders one time to use level 100s like regular games. You have to beat 8 gym leaders and then the Elite 4 once. That is how you get level cap. Who? Did it with 31 speed, 31 IB. Prices got up because netballs got nerfed. Yeah. Also, people just aren't farming dittos right now, so. I can just take this Glade right now, which is nice. I wonder why its nickname is you. Now it's level 80. We should have 2 more. You think there'll be another legendary during Christmas event and raids? I'd say, given that they have the mechanism to do it now, they probably will, but I also wouldn't be surprised if something messes that up. Just like last year's Christmas event was supposed to have raids, it seems like. There's always the chance for delays, so I wouldn't say with certainty, but looks like we're filling here in a second. This is definitely gonna be the slowest part of the night, is just filling people. And then we should have 3 ready to go for a 5-star after this. So far, just built 4 supports, 4 weather setters, and 12 hard-hitting mons. I lend them out. Should be helpful in the full raids. Yeah, Duck, if you have like the entire teams, like all of the teams built, and then you have alts, like you can, if you have 4 devices, if you just grab like super cheap Android phones, you could very easily run the bosses yourself and then also lend out the team to your teammates. I was thinking about getting 1500 RP for the Flaming Motorcycle. Think I should get it or wait until Christmas drop? So the Flaming Motorcycle is only available during the Halloween event, so you'd have to wait till the next one to buy it with RP. So before then, you'd have to purchase the RP either via buying it with real currency, or you can just make money. But it sounds like you're still very early on in the process in order to make that much money if you only have like 3 gyms done. So you'd probably have to just buy the RP. So I would do it before the event ends. I think you'll have till the 14th or the 17th, depending. Who has Tailwind? I can. We'll see. Do you think there's still time to make money and breed, train 2 to 3 more Darkrai teams before the end of the event? Or probably not worth it. It's like right on the edge now. It kind of depends on how much you'd be willing to drop. Basically, the main problem is it's a lot of experience. You could probably make that money back really quickly. It sort of depends on how many alts you have to run. I'll go 1. And we'll put the Chesto. I think we don't need anything on these guys. If we do, then I'm throwing, and my team will probably hate me. I did Flaming Demon Skull and Flaming Motorbike. That's the play. I'm probably gonna get at least the Flaming Demon Skulls. I don't know about the motorbikes. Might grab them. We'll see how much money I have. How much RP do you think would need to instantly do? It kind of depends on XP candy prices. And then you'd have to do a little bit of math. We can try to do the math after this. XL's 13k each is pretty cheap. Get in queue here. I think if you breed everything yourself and then XP and just pop it up instantly, it might cost you like somewhere between like 6 and 10 mil ballpark. So however much RP equivalent that is. But we'd have 2 boxes of raid bonds before a full update though. I've only been one on team thinking of sets. Got any ideas? Got the Prankster guys, Trick Room, Zongs, Gallades, Primeapes, Darmanitans. For Trick Room, I would say you could add another Spiritomb was a good option. Kofagrigus could be a good option. Oh. Everyone might need to relog if you were viewed. Unless I fix that bug. We'll see. Only been yeah, so you could get diversity on your Trick Room guys. Basically, it seems like for Trick Room, I don't know how often we're going to see Trick Room though. It seems like Halloween is definitely an event where there would be Trick Room type Pokemon, but like I don't know how common it'll be outside of this event. So you don't necessarily have to prioritize that so much. Yo, Jedge, what's up? Welcome. What's the best thing to do with 1 hour Darkrai? You just summon an AFK. I have no idea, to be honest. Still might do the watch thing, Jedge. I wasn't able to stream yesterday, so... And I wanted to get these done today. We are ignoring the second one. 1 hour flexing, of course, is a great option. Sketch move on to Smeargle maybe is a good option. Particle for Pumpking Leagues is probably the best option. You probably want to particle it. We work from... Oh no, don't send right now. I'm not gonna be able to. I have to also double check to see if you can like unsummon and resummon to just pump it up really quickly, or I'll have to just like AFK for like 6 hours at some point. Darkrai learns Roar of Time and Special Rend from BP Tutor is also good looks. What's the lowest cooldown Darkrai could be brought down to? I believe it's 4 days. I think some people have said 3 because it ticks down to 3 immediately, but it's like 4 total days. A little bit of confusion on our team for the turn 5 tailwind here, so we'll just have to reset really quick. Do I have another Chesto? Yes. Chesto Resto, baby. Yeah, can we drop your Google Doc for raids and chat? Yeah, obviously. Of course. Should we like pin it? Is that what you're saying? Raids in a nutshell, 1 hour raid prep. Yeah. Real DJ Rex. Yeah. Let me drop it. So what do we... Is this still Spidget playlist? Or did it like autoplay to something else? It definitely autoplayed to something else. I'm fucked. This is so dumb. All right, hopefully this works. Somebody remind me about music in a second. I'm lucky as a PvP player to have a lot of mons to choose from for raids. Only need to level mons past 50 and maybe change moves. Yeah, definitely a big advantage because you just have that like wide diversity. And the speed nature is kind of screw you sometimes, but otherwise it's not that bad. I almost feel bad for anyone who didn't join the best team to raid with before event, but too grateful to care too much. Yeah. My link's trolling me right now. Can't decide on who's tailwinding turn 5. We had both people drop it, then we had both people get it. Now, hopefully, only one person has it. Hopefully I can get like these 6 characters up to doing Darkrai 5-star, so that'll be like 60 essence every 2 hours or so, because that's about how long it'll take me. Or I'll just have like a continuous rotation of them going, so that pretty much if anybody needs one, I can just hop on one of these guys and do it. I think the most painful part of this is going to be keeping gems stocked up. I'll probably just send 10 gems to like every guy, and then I'll just have a stack of them. See, Twisted Spoons were kind of going crazy. What's Expert Belt? Expert Belt's also way up there. What am I? Spell Tag. Barely moved, that's fine. What's Dark Gem? Black Glasses. Black Glass is still low. Okay, so it's mostly Psychic and Fighting Gems that are costing the most. Nice 18% to start. Do you think raids are worth doing for an individual player with one character? I think it's a slow ROI, but yes. So like for this first one, let's say you had nothing done. My calc says I got around 650k revenue per character. So one person, let's say it's one person and they did it at the start of the event. the revenue is obviously bad for the alpha catchers. Did your calculator include XP candy? Probably did. Part of me expects Kyurem for a Christmas rave orb summon, but might be too soon to start dropping those willy-nilly. It's definitely possible. So XP candy included. So pure revenue wise doesn't look great. You get the Darkrai summon orb, which doesn't necessarily have utility at the moment, but could have utility in the future. So that unlocks potentially new content moving forward. And then you have, once you get to and unlock the 5-star raid, you have the ability to repeat. So if you're able to do it, let's say even just like twice a day, even at current prices, that's still 300k per run. So 600k a day. So you probably, if you had 0 raid Pokemon to start and you started the event and did all of the raids immediately, or at least within a day or two, let's say Darkrai even got like the Darkrai 5-star, you had to breed everything up and then you were able to beat it the next day. You'd probably be able to add 300k per 5-star run. There's at least a couple mil left in revenue on the table there for a single person, which is very reasonable to do. Oh my god, I misclicked. Oh my god. That's what I get for reading chat. That's the first time I've misclicked on a Darkrai fight. So painful. So the revenue probably gets better the more time that they're able to farm the 5-star raid. And then I would probably put it at like, let's say a net even in terms of cost for breeding and leveling. If you obviously dump XP candy into it, your revenue, your return on investment's way lower. But let's say you just breed cheap Pokemon, level them up yourself every day, kind of as needed. Probably doing a lot better. And then the upside is you now have you've just used all of the revenue from that raid sequence that we've just done to put towards a box of raid Pokemon that you don't have to rebreed up for future raids. So you've got your Sun team, essentially got your Rain team. You've got dark and fighting type. Fighting type's definitely useful. Dark types are probably going to be a bit more niche for Halloween specifically, but you've got them for next Halloween ready to go. I think a lot of people necessarily didn't have to breed everything from scratch, you know, Typhlosions and stuff. Nasty plot. Interesting. Somebody AFK? No, got everybody. So like, direct comparison to cost versus revenue doesn't look great, but that's going to be compounding for future stuff. I think that's including like the full stable cost, and then I think we're fine. I still have Glade Psychic. HA Beartick is insane for multiple teams plus Drizzle. I don't think I can check Bearticks. No. What's its hidden ability? Oh, Swift Sim? I didn't know that this gets Swift Sim. That's really funny. I'm not sure what makes it insane here. You probably just want stab. Anything else, or maybe like what's your play? Just good typing for other niche fights that use drizzle. Yeah. Beartick has Swift Swim. I had no idea. Me neither. That's absolutely news to me. Let's see where this stat flip happens. Or this typing flip happens, rather. Something just happened in football. I heard somebody yelling. Not very effective. Still did 2.5, no biggie. And 1.7 for the neutral, and a crit. Beartick can CC, but stab fighting would be better. Yeah. We just need 3 people or 4 people to do 5%. I think we're fine on last turn. Easy fight. I need to figure out a clever way to put the timestamp in my my alts document so I can just at a glance see when the last time I completed everything was. I would do that on stream, but I would dox myself. Anyone good with timestamps and Google Sheets? Now is the function. Got my Mystic Watches, Wishing Stones. Cool. Do. To make gems myself, I suppose. All right, I gotta get my other team. Let me double check. It's not on my main. I don't think it is. Where did I put it? Is it in your box? No. Oh, did I have it right there that whole time? I didn't have the Glade, but I can just bring this Chandelure. We're doing Fling, so that's fine. I got specs on you. I'll have to Dark Gem you. So I need Fighting Gem, Dark Gem, Lum. Who did we lose? Shoot. Overdrive. Alright, what guy is this? This is Triple V. I heard a Steam message. Yeah, I forgot to check. I think we're chilling with music. It seems to be playing the playlist now. Again, thank you. Just I guess we're on to a 5-star now. What gems did I say I need? I need a fighting gem. Fighting and a dark. Am I out of dark gems? Wow. Claim. Probably could have just walked and traded myself. But I'm lazy. Oh, thank you for whispering me in game, Mr. Pokemon fanboy. I don't even know if you're watching stream. Okay, there it is. Sure, I have a Lum. I have one left. Let's go. So if you're still trying to figure out what to do, Guitar is Fling turn 3. You use it in turn 4 or 5. It is Assurance. Who's the fling person? We're missing. Why can't you use T-Tar on turn 2? Earlier toxic and Stamstorm damage. $254 turn 5. Whose Chandelure is this? Very okay. Everybody else should be Chandelure that turn, so I think we're chilling. Yeah, organizing the turn 4 and turn 5 speeds is the toughest part. Yo, I see what's up. Sorry, I was ignoring chat trying to figure that out. It's kind of takes a lot of concentration to figure out how the turn's going to play out each time. What's up, Rainer? Let me go back. I'm doing raids on my alts, scared about the average IQ of people. I think I read that, but yeah, it's pretty tough out here. Can imagine being the people who made a ton of Metagross, Pharaoh, Reuniclus for raids. Super unlucky for them. I try to warn people, so I don't have that much sympathy. Any future vids breaking down what mons were good in this raid and possible future mons to prepare like previous vids? Yeah. I'm gonna do just a better job. I made the initial how to prepare for raids video, and then I'll have it. I'm basically just to make a better version of that, which is like, here's each type damage dealers that you can make. That Haunch Crow can deal 5% on turn 4. That's fine. Wait, motherfucker. Oh, Sucker Punch. Good night, Cav. Going to sleep. Thanks for hanging out, Mr. Professional. Doing raids on my... do you think raids are coming for Christmas? I think we'll probably get raids. Sheer Force will go places. Sheer Force is kind of cracked. TBH. So one of the main problems is one of the Link members had a Chandelure with no speed invest, so it's very slow. And if Chandelure goes last on turn 4, it'll either need to be Lumberry, or we'll just have to get lucky that it doesn't get slept. And then if it goes last on turn 5, it's going to go after the flip, so it's going to do physical damage instead of special, and Chandelure's attack stat is obviously miserable. So how did we do here? Did a nice little 15% on the get-go, which is fine for the Primates. Dilly turn. That's why I built Darms to lend for raids. You can't go wrong with Sheer Force boosted Flare Blitz with stab. Yeah, Darm and Charizard have the highest raw damage if weather's allowed in the game. Massive based attack stat plus Sheer Force plus massive Flare Blitz is just absolutely insane. Okay, so I have to prepare some Mons. Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely get the Sun team going if you didn't do that already. Volcarona is not a great pick for this phase because there's so many easy close combat options. I don't really recommend it, but we should be okay with this guy using Volk. Yo, Steven, what's up? Welcome. And what did we do? Just, it was like 19% probably. That's fine. Time to buy PC expansions and prepare raid mons. Yeah, I need to... My PC is trashed. Absolutely trashed. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Bro, what happened? So I will say, I've used both strats. I don't care. Like, I've used fling as a strategy. I've used not fling as a strategy. Yeah, never mind, drunk. I'm getting trolled right now, I think, by this link. Did the Glade even go off? It did 2.9 damage. Fling should be turn 2 for extra chip. Cough, cough. You can get it to push so you get more super effective damage, so that chip doesn't make a difference. Blade Sacred Sword 2.9, yeah. We're going to go through Bob Gnarly's team here and figure out what's going on with the Glade and what's going on with the other stuff. True, but sometimes you don't get the greatest DPS in the world with some teams, yeah. I need to go get a fighting gem. Let's see, send another fighter. So we think that the Glade might be not sharpness, and it had no item. We'll help this guy get over the finish line, though, assuming that the team is fixable and he doesn't need to go rebreed. I'm checking all of this guy's stuff, though, right now. Just because, he's got no assurance on this guy. He is max speed, though, so that's fine. We're losing a lot of damage on these 2 turns, though. 3 turns. So right now, problems being what I'm communicating to them is the Volcarona doesn't do damage cap. The Glade will do damage cap. The Honchkrow won't, which is okay-ish. But then the Hydreigon crunching doesn't matter too much that it's timid, but that's another % loss. Should be okay, made up by the Hex damage. The problem is that their Chandelure is too slow to use on either turn 4 or turn 5, like I mentioned before. So overall, this is just a little bit of a scuff run. Takes an hour to catch the necessary mons, breed them to 2 times 31 nature, and EV train them. I time myself today. Could use a few candies to finish leveling now. Yeah, the most of the time sink will be like the EXP portion of it. Let me send myself. Do I have my Gallade somewhere? Yes. I'm losing my patience with this group. Grab the Glade. Normally I would vet this a little bit better before getting people in groups. Do you think it's worth it to do all the raids again with an alt? Entirely depends upon how much. Doing it all again on alts for some hidden ability Scolopedes, but I'm a cheapskate. This is probably double checking that our Glade friend has updated their ability and they haven't forgotten in the rest of the conversation that we're having with them. I'm happy that I did most of my Scolopedes before. Just double check. Why the berry on Shand? They get slept after damage. Isn't it better to go gem? The sleep can happen at a couple different points. And the fourth member of whatever Pokemon moves forth on turn 4 has a chance to be slept, depending on what your damage was in the first 4 turns, basically leading up to that point. So it's better to take this slight damage loss by putting the lum on it and guarantee it goes off for consistency rather than attempting to go for more damage. if you had the exact same team, so let's say that you had 4 alts and you were running it, you could get it much more consistent because you know exactly how much damage you're doing every turn before that, or close. So it'll be a lot more consistent. But given that it'll probably go off because our first phase damage is going to be low between the damage loss on the Volk and the damage loss on the Fling. It'll probably go off at the end of turn 4. But if we get high rolls and it pushes on the 3rd attack of turn 4, then we just lose 5% outright. Or 4%-ish. It'll probably be like high 3s for the Hex. But that's the reasoning. I don't really mind doing Hex strat or not. But I will say that the people that are adamant about using one strategy or the other tend to be the Fling people. And they also have less of an understanding of the fight as a whole. Just an observation. That I've made so far, having run this, probably a dozen times or so. I thought that this was going to go a lot faster today, to be honest. Can you show Darkrai's health after each turn? Sure. I'll just leave it up here. First one, I think we probably did. Oh, let's just go back and check. We did 14.3 damage on the first turn. What's big problem? One of the Breloons didn't do cap. 66.6 for the next one. So with Fling, we should push it. It should push. It usually pushes around 51, 52%. Maybe a little bit less. So we've done a third of the boss's damage, a third of the way through. And one of those turns is Tailwind, and we have one more Tailwind turn. So we're kind of on pace. Is that correct? Did we do the 20% that we needed? Yeah, roughly. What's this Fling strat that you're talking about? The Fling strat is using T-Tar or Crocodile to Fling at some point to enable Hex to do damage cap in turns 4 and 5. I found it to be a bit more problematic to organize with people. Just because of the speed tiers. So to recap, we're at 66.6 to start this turn. Judge, I'm pretty sure it's a random percentage range. Why not just use Dark Gem Assurance? People like to click Hex, I guess. It's a much easier strategy to organize, in my opinion. That's why I recommended it over Fling. But the over using Hex, just because you have the same problems for both strategies, but using Assurance and either Shadow Ball or Hex in turns 4 and 5 just makes the speed tiers a lot easier to figure out, and it guarantees that something's going right. In a perfect world, I pick Fling, but with communication, but most people don't actually understand it. Yeah. The Glade only did 4.8 with Life Orb. Didn't flip. The Poison Tick might get it over the edge. $51.2. Just 0.2 for that. All right, barely made it. It def pushes at 51%. I built my strat around that. Okay. And Fling can also be Dark Gem Assurance on turn 5 as well. They're not mutually exclusive. Though they, like, the people who originally made that strategy from Team Rue used Metacham Psychic then and Hydreigon last. So I think they Dark Gem the Hydreigon. And then they use the Psychic Gem on Metacham. Yes, this strat makes sense if you do damage cap each time, yeah. Last text goes, it's still faster than Darkrai, and then he's Dark Void at the end. So the Hex, even without the berry, was only 0.7 difference, and it's just the insurance policy, in my opinion, is necessary given the variance of pickup groups. So just Lum there, and you waste the Lum, unfortunately, but that's a small price to pay. I've wasted almost every Lum that I've used. It's worked. It's come in handy, like, I would say about 25% of the time, but I'd rather just guarantee the win there, personally. And all the Chandlers should go down. You know how much Toxic does? Watch the level 80 fight and end up being 5.4 total if I used it on the first turn. That sounds maybe like a little bit of an overestimate. I think it's like 4% total. It's a very good move to click on Pokemon that otherwise don't have base power to do it and can guarantee it happens. It's 259. So we're organizing. Am I clicking? Oh, it did flip. That's why I like T-Tar so much better. Poison plus sand, we're probably okay. Something also might live here. Do we get a... No, we... I'm waiting until the mid-clicks crunch. I guess it doesn't really matter what happens. Only did 3.4, yeah. And we low rolled 0.1 there. Unfortunate. Maybe it's gonna... No, it's gonna Psyshock, Psyshock, Psyshock. But this is where fling people start to frustrate me because they don't understand the 5th turn. I found an 8-turn Pumpking strat. Only downside is it uses all 6 team slots. Yeah. I could have hexed there, I suppose, and then brought a slow guitar. No, I can't do both because I have Hydreigon. Oh, I can grab my Metacham and Psychic Gem it. Sorry, the 5.4 with T-Tar with Toxic, so I calced Instant Storm. Got it. No, but you would... It's... Gamble there, and even if you're correct with Psychic, it's just not the best. Um, so what I'm doing is I'm going to swap my stuff around. So I'm going to take the Lum. You're here. You're here. Your choice specs. Do I have any gems? Can I make any? I can make fighting and dark. I think dark gems are cheaper right now, so we'll do that. Oh, I need a ghost gem. Fun. Okay. Very fun. Ghost and dark, right? Ghost. Specs, dark. Ghost, yeah. We specs the Hydreigon. What happened to music? Continue watching. Yes, please. Thank you. Ghost gem. Dark gem. I'm not. Do I have dark pulse? No, I'm just gonna assurance anyway. Oh, I needed fighting too. I think I can make him. Okay, all my items are good. Lum, fighting gem, choice spin, ghost, dark, choice specs. I guess we could also gamble turn 4 that we do damage cap with that slow Chandelure, but you're better than me. I would have crashed out. By the 5. Yeah. Mandibuzz and Scully teams with randoms is much harder than Darkrai, though. I guess it depends on what you mean by randoms, like matchmaking, potentially. I've never seen somebody use shout before. That's pretty funny. Does anyone in chat need a Darkrai 4-star raid? Because I need to do the 4-star raid 3 more times. I guess I could have gone Gallade Life Orb instead of the Fighting Gem, but what are you going to do? Holy moly, a shout chat, right? They could sort it to 5%. I think low roll might do 4.8. I don't know if that's max stats on that Glade though. I'm skeptical. Life Orb Medicham would also definitely do cap because I think it's those two are the top. We are sitting at 66.6 exactly again at the end of this turn, so pretty consistent so far. I don't think Silo Ren would just show up and tell a lie. For Twitch chatters, Wan said, if Silo Ren is serious because if it's true, it gives me so much hope. I guess Wan, so are you stuck on Darkrai then? Or are you stuck on Scully and Mandibuzz? Go either way, I suppose. Need Darkrai 4-star 2 more times. And do all the other raids as well on those accounts. Yeah, you can't help if you haven't done all of the 3-star raids to do the 4-star raids, and you can't do Darkrai unless you've done all the raids. Stuck on Mandy wins? Yeah, Mandy's tough. I ran 2.5 hours of random Skull Beat yesterday. Yeah, I did a 3-hour stint one day, and then I swore it off forever. That Volk, yeah, that's why if I'm like looking for teams, if someone has something like a Volcarona in first 3, I'm just like, I'm sorry, you need to bring something better. I think we still get it, but no, you're absolutely right, K9. Normally it'd be super effective fling, then the chip happens, so. Only 4 stack. This is a 4 stack. I mean, it's like I invited these people, but it, Bob helped me do like 2 or 3 raids before this, so I'm not sweating it too much. I'm still helping them out. But if it was just like, if I'm in LFG and like Pat's server, then I'm getting people to link teams, and if they just don't have like 14.8% damage guaranteed in the first 2 returns, then it's tough. Why did the 259 Shand only do 4.1? That's not even possible. No, that's not the one that has Berry. Probably didn't have a gem. Yeah, I went for Pat Discord, but didn't double check. Blood showed up with Fist Plate Drain Punch. Yeah, you gotta check. That's why the habit of just linking everything, like, not even like as like a elitism thing, like people forget sometimes. Like I've forgotten to put gems on. I change my team every 5-star fight. It could have been Timid. Wrong item. I gave it Psychic Gem instead of Ghost. Yep. That'll do it. He gave the wrong gem to each one of those. I'm gonna lose my mind. You had any issues with turn 1 boss not killing your team? Yeah, it happens. You get misses sometimes. It can screw up your momentum, but if you just play properly, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. If it hits someone like really bad, if it's someone that you needed to be at a particular point later down the line, it can matter. But usually it just means an extra attack, which is fine. Hello, no ads. What happened? Oh, he crunched the Noctowl. Yeah, they forfeited, which is fine. If it was Assurance, I still think it doesn't matter. We'll see how much it does. Where specifically are all the Halloween raid locations? Is there a guide or video to the exact locations? I'm a new player, not sure where everything is in Johto, by the way. There do exist raid locations guides. None of them are up to date for the Halloween. So if you take the doc that's linked in the Twitch chat, you're on YouTube though. So if you go to any one of my YouTube videos that is a guide for the raid, there's a link to a doc there. Need Ghost Dark Chesto. Dark Chesto. Ghost Dark Chesto. Ghost Dark Chesto. Don't want to use it. We're giving it to Crobat. Ghost. Give. Chandelure. Dark. Give. Alright, double checking. Chesto, Fighting Gem. Band, Ghost, Dark, Specs. So there are other YouTube videos. I think Angry Gorilla has done a video on it, and I think Super World Sun has also done a video on it, where you can follow them specifically to each location, and it's like time stamped exactly what you need to do. Oh, that scared me. Punk Hazard, have you done the entire Johto storyline? Have you beaten the Elite Four? If you're still here, that is. $14.5 on the first turn. So I'm given that we can't fling the other turn, I've instructed them to fling on turn 2, so we get the extra chip for one more turn. So it should push at the very end of the next turn, or even before it. Added chip, more % damage, just better. That ends up making this Volcarona effectively do like 4.8. I use the same mines for 100 Darkrai and level 80 Darkrai. So I don't have to buy more mons. You cannot. It depends, I should say. So the problem with 4-star Darkrai versus 5-star Darkrai is you need to do fighting damage 4 or 5 times, and then you need to do Dark or Psychic. So it depends. If you make a Medicham, that can double as a fighting type. If you have a Hydreigon, that can be your last. It depends on which ones you make for the 5-star. So like if I took this team in right here, these 2 turns would be scuffed because I wouldn't be able to do super effective damage. But it flips the type inversion at halfway for the 5-star Darkrai. Oh, here's where dodges happen. I think that this is... He's got another close combat user. This is so scuffed. Didn't even realize about T-Char being too bulky because it is no nasty plot and type inversion. Yeah. Back into the dream world we go. More like nightmare. Having trouble? Yes. To recap, I would be more stringent with who I would put in the group. But we're helping out somebody who helped me do a bunch of raids earlier. So I'm happy to help them get over the finish line. But if it just fails again, then it's just not meant to be. We're wasting too much time on one attempt at Darkrai 5-star, and I'm pretty sure I'm off cooldown on my other one, so we're just gonna have to. Reform group. Danny, have you started back up on the raids, or are you still shiny hunting? What do you get for the level 100? You get Dream Essences. Cleaning out all my boxes right now. I gotta do that. To be honest, if someone's satisfied with how much I've made and been practicing flipping while I shunt, how active the GTL is right now, I'm kind of breaking even on the NPR compared to Darkrai refighting. Maybe not. Yeah, I think that if you're... I think it just kind of depends on... What do we do to start? We were at 85.7, so that's 0.2 worse than last attempt. We'll see what happens. Maybe not breaking even, but actually close. So you shiny hunting on one and flipping on another device? I think Dream Essences are going to kind of pump eventually. But you could always just dump your money into Dream Essences if you wanted to. Dream Essence back to the moon, hopefully by next summer. Yeah, I think that between... We'll have to see what 5-star raids come. curious. I don't know how long it's been. I don't even remember when I started streaming, but I'm curious to see how long it's been that we've just been doing the 5-star attempts. This has been a while. Just spam refreshing while I shunt on the same device. Can't you not buy while you're in battle, though? At the end of this turn, we're at 66.5, so 0.1 better than previous attempts. We're usually at 66.6 here. We do have a Spadef drop from something, I guess Bug Buzz, which could pay off. You can't buy while in a swarm or alpha swarm. Can anytime else, though. Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was like anytime you're in battle. That's good intel. And we don't flip again, I think. Oh no, we did invert. So we're a little bit ahead. We're at 50.9 pre-chip, so it'll be 50.5. Then another tick, it'll be down to 50.4. Or, oh, that was a lot. Was that like 0.6? Huh. We probably could have switched this last Chandelure to Ghost Gem, given the fact that it's happened every single time, but watch. Yeah, it didn't matter. Just price checks 3x humanoid alpha male and saw one go up 45k. Damn. Yeah, price checking stumbling on a flip is crazy. It's usually when you're like price checking something pretty niche like that. You got this. I have faith. I don't, so I'm glad that's one of us. No, we should get it this time. Actually, might not be enough somehow. I've never been this starved for damage in a run before. All right. 3%, 3%. 2 that was the lowest I've ever seen it do. We might actually need to protect Chip here. Metachim might not live if we do the protect thing though. The Volk and the Timid Hydreigon just are the difference, really. Defog, Haze, Quick Guard, Tailwind. So we were talking about, but what the fuck? I just got a pop up as soon as I clicked that and it scared the shit out of me. I don't think it's enough. Yeah. $19.2. The last Mon that's going to come out was our Timid Crunch Hydreigon. So we lost. Under 20 always works with me with 4 Medis, yeah. But the group that we're with doesn't have Medis. The Crobat player doesn't have one more Mon? No, unfortunately. They also are running a Timid Hydreigon and a Bug Buzz Volcarona for the first half. $3.8. If it was modest, we win. Nope. GG. Gengar Hex is nice as well for that Medi turn. Gengar Hex is just worse than Chandelure Hex, though. It does help you with the speed tier problem, but it's worse base power. Does anyone need the 5-star raid in chat? I appreciate that. I guess if you, yeah, you need it. If you want to, Danny, it's entirely up to you. Because I know that you can just run 4 at a time if you wanted to. It would be more efficient for you to do that. Is it sound effects or system effects volume that affects the hearing of a shiny encounter? I don't know, but I think people here will. Someone like Danny would definitely be someone who knows exactly. So I will throw it to Danny. Sound effects would make sense. I believe that you can just test it if you have your own shiny Pokemon. Because it's just the particle effect, so you could go into a battle with the particle effect active and test. And Danny said that, I think, at the exact same time that my saying that will come through on stream. Danny the Legend testing right now. This is sound effects for sure. Confirm sound effects. I almost just dumped water all on my laptop. Give me 1 second. How long was I muted? Oh goodness. Probably since I spilled that water, I think I forgot to unmute. That was a good period of time. It was Celeste music. Dang. Oh well. That's funny. Shoutouts to Depema for calling that out. Shoutouts to Spidget for the music. I think it was the Celeste music when you asked, Danny. How much speed is that Crobat? It's a full invest. The 394. It's 31 timid, I think. Jolly. I did get Jolly for this one. I remember we were in call and you forgetting you were muted, so I thought you were annoyed at me yapping so much, Lameo. Yeah. So, I mean, the time Danny's referring to, I have the pop filter on my mic and sometimes it just gets loose, and it was loose, so I kept readjusting it, and I would adjust the pop filter and it would hit the mute button and I wouldn't realize, so I'd be muted for like 10 minutes before I realized. Pro tip right now. 31 speed, level 100. We'll go HA just for the sake of it. Crobats. I bought mine for 60k, but they're all plus speed nature. Really, really good utility Pokemon. We were at 85.5, so we did 14.5 for the first turn. The standard first turn with Primate. Full 20%, so that's 65.5 now. Or on a better clip than the last attempts. You're muted so long I forgot you spilled water. So Crobat's just a great utility Pokemon for a few reasons. Obviously it's got Tailwind and Haze, so it's just a Murkrow instead of whenever Murkrow can't use Prankster, like on a dark Pokemon, if you need to E-Fog, it can do that, I believe. Screech is a good option. I just haven't changed the moveset on this. I can't even show you because of silly reasons. Basically, if you pull a Pokemon out of the account box, it doesn't give it as like held. It's only if you do it through mail. I'm pretty sure you can defog, so that's a good defog option on dark types. We haven't been using defog because I think it's at half effectiveness right now for raid bosses, and Sweet Sense still -1, which it's not supposed to be. We're also not even doing Fling, so it shouldn't really matter. Tailwind, Defog, Haze. Oh yeah, and the other point is Toxic. Because it's poison type, Toxic can't miss, so it's one of the best enablers of the Ghost offense that needs Hex. Sweet Scent is weird. I don't know. I know why it isn't reducing. Do you know why, or did you mean to say I don't know why? I think they just forgot to make it -2. Because who would otherwise use Sweet Scent other than people doing raids? What was the Crobat GTL search for? It was for level 100. So it comes out of... The Crobats are dropping from Dusk Balls. There's a chance for level 100s. I don't know why. Yeah, I think they just forgot to update. I'm pretty sure I asked Rach about it. Yeah, it's supposed to be in line with later gens, and I think in earlier gens it was just -1. is the bit, the meme, if you will. All right, what do we got? I think one's gem T-Tar. I'm interested to see what Orb Psycho Cut does here. Psycho Cut only did 4.3 life orb. We're fine though. Because we've got Metachams. Some drama in the Raids Team Finder channel. Fast T-Tar was good there for the assurance. And we're Chandelure Shadow Ball here. A little bit throw in terms of damage, but don't really mind. I clicked Hex. Oh god. Base power loss. It'll be like 2.8 maybe. .5 still fine. Should have been way more though. This ended up being close too. Where are we losing damage? My Hex. Oh, fucking hell, dude. Yeah, I'm getting a little fatigued, probably. Oh, T-Tar lives, so we win. Cav is definitely getting a little fatigued though. Mind fried. Slowly mouses over to Hex. Clicks it. Mind fried from raids, I fear. I think your fears are correct. Yeah, I think it matters for Absol specifically, but 7 of my 8 3x31 Absols had special attack as one of their IVs. Ugh. It feels very good to take down a 5-star Darkrai. After that. Someone's upset and looking for group. I deleted it so you can't go see, but yeah, I think Danny hit it. So Dinger said, "Tell me how my Breloom has poison heal. I'm about to die to poison damage overturns. Neutralizing gas is usually it, or if you got skill swapped or your abilities denied in other ways." Those level 100 Crow are kind of pricey, around 150k now. Yeah, not bad though. 25 speed IV nature. Around level 70 for like 20k. Yeah, that's a much better option. It was like 60k for a level 100 one before. But stats are way better on the level 100 ones, definitely. But plus speed nature, 25 speed IV is more than enough for sure. Wow, these boxes are getting stuffed up. Double check that my instance info. Yeah. Can't believe I've done that 3 times already. That's wild. Want to see something fucked up? Check Zero Spadef's Smeagol market. I think that's the Typhlosion Pumpking strat. Needs that stat, right? Am I right, Rainer? 130k. It's another strat. That's wild. Big box bloke. Oh, I have 10 psychic gems on this account. Oh well. Forgot to check items before I switch everything over to my alt. My other alt. Shadow Ball, Chandelure. Are you 250? You're 256. 253. 214. Secret needs to do Eddie. Guitar should go after. Wait, why? Trying to figure out speed tiers here for a second. The Tyranitar has pulse too, so it doesn't matter. So we're chilling. I think we're good. All right, we are chilling. Just realized Dark Void has 50 accuracy. Why does it Darkrai never miss? Because they cheat. Why? Silicube Mandy Buzz does my head in. I would never do that. I drew the line after I did Scolipede. I said no. Great boss have increased accuracy to all the moves with Dark Void never missing. It's just a mechanic of the fight. Yeah, it's just a guaranteed sleep turn. This is what everybody I've been running with is doing. Zen Headbutt is troll. And then you have to worry about Metacham speed tiers. So just like Metacham last. You also sometimes will have to worry about speed tiers for Hex too. You shouldn't with the Fling Poison Barb, but it might happen. So if you switch, if you just have something, if you just go like Lum on the slowest, you just go Lum T-Tar for 1 for T4, and then you swap out those like you fiddle around with the last 3. It's such a pain in the ass to coordinate Metacham speed tiers on turn 5. It's so much easier to use Metacham on turn 6, where it's guaranteed to do 20% across 4 people regardless of speed, in my experience so far. Turn 1, we did 14.7, which is a nice amount. And clicking Zen Headbutt is a throw. If you miss on turn 5, it would be so frustrating. It's one thing to like high jump kick for the roll, for the high roll on turn 1, and you just go next. But if you've gone through the fight and used all those gems and all that time leading up to it, sure you can Psycho Cut on the first one, but I haven't seen someone with a Psycho Cut yet. People have only offered to clean 20% for turn 2. Psycho Cut preferred, yeah. That's why I use Gengar. Oh, but okay, so you choice specs, choice, and then Ghost Gem Gengar, and then the Metis. Yeah, I guess if you have a one-off Gengar, that works, but most people don't have that Gengar. It's like again, like super ideal world, you can just run these strats exact, but then it's like in practice when you actually get them all together, it's different. Oh, was I supposed? No, I'm just going to Glade next anyway. Gallade for turn 5. Yeah, you can just... I prefer Gallade. Shiftry is a wonderful option for turn 4. I've been doing Ghost Plate on Chandelure and Specs Gengar. Does it cap with Plate on Shadow Ball with just Plate? I mean, cap on Hex with just, rather, with just Plate. Yeah, Hex, I meant. Just a lot of mix matching with randoms. Yeah, for sure. Like, that's the name of the game. Plate only already gives cap for turn 4 Chandelure Hex. Yeah. His min roll from no item I've seen is 4.3. Okay. Yeah, I think we saw that too before. I think it was 4.3, maybe, but also I don't know if they were optimal Pokemon to begin with, so. I think we just saw 4.1. Yeah, that might have been... in link chat. They said that Gallade's name, Secret Weapon, goes so hard. And I named it Secret Weapon because its secret let me the Gallade. So I... Oh, that's super convenient that you can just go Plate on Chandelure, because then you can just save specs if you're doing Hydreigon last. But yeah, it was secrets to begin with. Did we push early again because we got that last? We did not. Oh, we did need the chest at that time. Okay, cool. Be quiet, Google. Soapy Clean, how you doing? I can't complain, just hanging out, just looking like a good time at Darkrai. It's a good time right now. It wasn't a great time before. We were running into some issues with some looking for group people. But now we got a full Pori team and we're just absolutely smoking. Darkrai is going to be below 15% on turn 4. If it snarls again, we could have something live here too. If it misses. No, it doesn't miss. If we got a snarl miss here, it would have been one move left from Noctowl and something could have gone again. Wait, it did live. I'm 5-2 so far. My losses are turn 1, not killing them all. Yeah, that can happen. Sometimes it's not a loss if you like. You just have to play around. If like a Primeape lives, a second attack from Primeape doesn't matter. You still win those. I don't think Snarl can miss because of increased raid boss accuracy. Oh, okay. Murkrow being alive both times, just because. Were they good? Were they like high IV Murkrows? Did Sam sort of chip? No, it didn't kill it. I use a 0 IV Serious Nature Murkrow. They probably were low enough so the AI can see the damage rolls that kill, but high enough for other damage rolls not to be killed. So whenever he saw the kill, he could also have not rolled the expected and live. Interesting. All right, I have one more to do, and then we'll probably call stream just because I'm smoked. Is Conk any good in this fight? I think you can use Conk as a CC'er. You just got to make sure that yours isn't slow. It needs to outspeed. It needs to be higher than like 350 something under Tailwind, which I think Adamant can do. What's up, Chooch? The runs have been going well of late. But we got one more to do. 349 is modest Darkrai, which we think it is. So 176 pre-Tailwind, which I believe it gets to, is my conk here. This is a oh, this is not a speed invest, so this is not going to be useful. So you need a speed invest Conkeldurr, basically. We believe it's full 252 Rainer. It's faster than 316, confirmed. Or like 324, I think. I have some notes somewhere that I'll look up where I was just like, if something got outsped, I would just ask them what it was, not as like a. All right, we get rid of you. Could you try 308 speed? I know that 308 speed's too low. Yeah, 308. Actually, it's 8:30. My grocery store, I think, closes at 9, so I think I'm gonna have to dip. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dip, unfortunately. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Appreciated. Was hoping to get more done today. We did some limit testing for the Darkrai 5-star fight. We'll call it limit testing. Got a lot done. Wish I could have done more Darkrai fights. I've got 3 more Darkrai 4-stars to do, and I have to do a run later. So I don't think I'll stream later, but if anyone needs a Darkrai 4-star fight on an alt or something, hit me up, because I will be doing them most of the evening, I think, after I go grocery shopping and make some dinner. So yeah, thanks. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the event. Appreciate you all hanging out. And I think, are gonna go. I think Pokey is streaming. Thanks for the follow. Let me go find Hokey. All right, now I have to pull up my shit. Colored Hacky Sack, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hold up my own stream, that's how I know. Because I don't have alerts set up properly because I'm dumb. Bye, Colored Hacky Sack. All right, we're raiding. Salutes, YouTube. Have fun. I would link it, but I gotta go. Later.